to welcome to the stage and to Southeast Missouri, Governor Rick Perry of Texas.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. Ed, thank you. It is an honor to be here with you. I came all the way from Texas to endorse Ed Martin, and because I believe in this guy, and also came to get away from the heat. So, and I don't know what's that all about. It's hotter here than it is in Dallas. So, thank you all for filling up this gymnasium, turning out to this evening. And one of the reasons Ed and I have known each other for some time, since he was working for Matt, and he impressed me with his smarts and his capability, and I just like the guy. I mean, I like what he's all about. I like his faith. I love his hope and vision for this country and for Missouri. He believes in the rule of law. I mean, wouldn't it be great to have an attorney general that, when Missouri had a constitutional amendment, and you all said, I think with better than 70%, we don't like Obamacare and we want it turned out, that you would have an attorney general stand up and say, I believe in that also, and I'm going to stand up in the halls of Congress representing the people of Missouri. Wouldn't it be great to have an attorney general that represented you, understanding the rule of law? This is a guy that understands about defending innocent life. That when our founding fathers said that we were endowed by our Creator to protect life and liberty and property, and get back to those powerful bases of which we need to unashamedly stand up in the public arena and defend. Ed Martin will do that every day. We live in a great country. I peeked around the curtain and looked at the men and women who held their hand up when he asked for the veterans to be recognized. And thank you for your service. One of the proudest moments of my life was being able to swear my allegiance to this great country, to wear the uniform of our country, to defend that Constitution, the laws of this country. America is just such an incredible place. A place where the son of a tenant farmer can be elected governor of a great state and run for the presidency of the United States. Somebody asked me the other day, he said, what was it like to run for the presidency? And I told him, I said, man, let me tell you, you all remember there was a point in time when I was the front runner in the presidential election. And I got to tell you, it was one of the most exhilarating 3-hour periods I've ever had in my life. It was awesome. Listen, I happen to believe that the future of this country is great, because I know we're going to elect the right leaders to take America forward. But for America to be America again, we need a president who believes in us again. 3.5 years this guy's been in office. 3.5 years, I think now 100 rounds of golf. Barack Obama has exploded the federal budget. He's passed a failed budget-busting stimulus plan. He's socialized health care, and he's provided guns for Mexican drug cartels. Come on, America, admit it. 2008 was our oops moment. Yeah. The stakes are high in this election. And they're higher right here in Missouri, I think, than any other state in the country when you think about this is going to be the epicenter. The differences are so great. Our fight's not just between a difference of opinion, it's a parting of worldviews. The liberals think government exists to fix what's wrong with America. They find fault with our Constitution, our economic model, our core values. And we disagree on the premise of their argument. We believe there's nothing wrong in America that a good dose of freedom won't cure. They believe that there's this fundamental unfairness in the markets, that government exists to redistribute the fruits of freedom. They lack faith in the individual to care for their neighbors, and help the sick and feed the poor. They talk about fairness, but they practice the politics of envy. They talk about rights while they create new victims. And they mistake license for liberty, oblivious to the fact that one is a vice and the other a virtue. Our view is that individuals and families can govern their lives better than bureaucrats. We believe private citizens and employers have every incentive to preserve the clean air and the water and our soil. We believe in government involvement that leads to independence, and good schools, and quality roads, and the best health care. We know there is no such thing as freedom without the risk of failing. For too long, the system's been gamed. It's been gamed from Wall Street to K Street. Big banks get bailed out and small businesses get shut down. That's not the America I know. We're better than that. And we deserve a president that gets that. And that is exactly why I'm going to proudly cast my ballot for Mitt Romney to be the next president of the United States. Let me tell you, I'm tired of a federal government. I was telling Ed, we have sued the federal government 21 times since this administration has been in place, I believe. I am tired of being at war with the federal government, with their bureaucrats and their czars who want to discard the 10th Amendment and they disdain the Second Amendment. I'm tired of an overzealous EPA that kills jobs, a Department of Education that tries to subvert the local control of our schools, and a Department of Justice capable of operations like Fast and Furious. I'm tired of that. And for the record, we don't need Eric Holder telling the states like Texas how to run their elections. We passed a voter ID bill in the state of Texas. Read the 10th Amendment, Mr. Holder. What happens in this state matters, and it matters greatly. What happens here is going to determine the fate of America. I can't tell you how excited I am about the epicenter of what's going to happen in America right here in the great state of Missouri. You have the potential, because of the battleground nature of this, to not only elect one of the great young individuals in American politics in Ed Martin. You have the opportunity to make sure that Missouri elects the next president of the United States. And I'll leave you with this. Now, I know some of you in this state support the royal blue of those Kansas City Royals. But I'm asking you to turn Missouri for this election St. Louis Cardinal red. All righty? God bless you. Thank you all for coming out and being with us today.